We're going to go over the wiring for the Arduino hooked up to 4 micro servos and 2 ultrasonic distance sensors for a drywall buddy, where the robot will bend down, pick up a piece of drywall, and move towards a wall to hold it there. So start off with the code where we instantiate the pins that the ultrasonic distance sensors go to, the 13, 12, and the 8 and the 7. We instantiate our servos, the front, back, left, and right. Then we instantiate the distance and times for both the wall and the drywall. Then we set up the pins for the Arduino for each of the components. We'll get into our loop. So here we start out with our ultrasonic distance sensors in low states. Then we have a 2 microsecond delay. We trigger the pin to high to send a signal, and then we wait 10 microseconds for a pulse to start the distance measurement. Then we trigger the pin to low to emit ultrasonic pulse. We do that for both the drywall and the wall distance sensors. In this loop, we calculate the distance from either the wall or the drywall to our robot. Then, if the distance for the ultrasonic distance sensor is greater than 5 inches, the robot will bend down and pick up the drywall, setting the servos to 90 degrees. It'll wait 2,000 microseconds, giving it a chance to pick up the drywall, and then it'll stand back up, setting the micro servos to 0 degrees. If the distance for the drywall is less than 5 inches and the distance to the wall is greater than 12 inches, then the micro servos will give the robot a chance to stand up, and then we'll give it a 10 microsecond delay, and then we'll set the servos to alternate at 45 degrees, giving it the ability to walk forward. And if the robot is within 5 inches of the wall, the robot will stand up straight, setting the micro servos to 0 and standing still. After we go through that loop, we give it a 200 microsecond delay to check distances, and here we'll demonstrate that starting the simulation. So here we see that the micro servos went to 90 degrees and then picked up the drywall. So then if we set the drywall distance to be greater, you can see that it goes to 90, but we'll pretend that it's picked it up, setting it to the below the 5 inches. And here we have the distance to the wall greater than 12 inches. So the robot is walking, but if we go below, then it just stands still.